Good morning. My name is David Lane. I'm here with Sam Rodriguez, and we're doing a video inspection of the main line of 620 West 16th. What we're looking at right here is a city sewer where the main line of the house ties into the city sewer hub. The homeowner is responsible from this point back, everything back. And what the main line is every line in your house ties into your main line, and your main line goes out into the sewer. This carries all your waste out. I'm gonna start to pull back, and we're gonna describe the condition and what kind of shape the line is in. Today's date is November 16th, 2016. As we pull back, we're starting to go into 4-inch tile, and we'll have a foot count on how long this line is as we pull out of the clean out. We had a little bit of mechanical difficulties, but I'm going to start to pull back. You can always tell what the bottom of the line is, where the bottom of the pipe is, by where the water's flowing and also where the light is at. In 4-inch tile is set in 2 to 5 foot sections, and the most problematic areas in tile are the joints. They tend to separate. Over time, the ground settles, and you can see some separation here at the top right of the screen at this joint. Over time, the ground settles, and the joints offset. A lot of times what happens is roots start to grow into the line and become real problematic. Roots and separations prevent the flow of water and solids out to the sewer. Aspect change, the bottom of the pipe is now in your top of your screen, top right hand corner. I'm going to continue to pull back. There's a pretty healthy separation, and it stair steps up. The separations that stair step down towards the sewer aren't so problematic. This separation is about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. Our camera lens is about 1.5 inches thick, so that's a good diameter, but definitely this could prevent the flow of solids and water.
That one's mostly minor. Realistically, stuff's going to be able to get over that. If there is roots intruding in that section, though, stuff will definitely stop up. What we just went past right there was kind of a normal looking seam. It's kind of how you want all of them to look like. It's okay to see a little bit of separation occurring, but when it's like a major separation, you'll be able to tell. Right there's another separation. It actually stair steps down. The top of the pipe is in the bottom of the screen.
Continuing to pull back, we're about 23 feet from the sewer. The bottom of the pipe is now shifted to the right-hand side of the screen.
It looks like we have a little bit of a separation. That's what's holding all this water back right here at that last seam we were just at. You can see how it just kind of is sitting in there and pulling until it goes over that. That one's pretty minor as well. It shouldn't cause too many issues.
As we pull back, remember the camera is 1.5 inches thick, and we're completely submerged underwater.
And what it looked like right there, right before we dropped in that water, was another seam. So it's hard to say if there's a separation right here. Most likely that's what's causing this belly.
Pushing forward.
If you slowly pull back, we might be able to see. It'll be in your top left-hand corner of the screen here in a second. Yeah, we're going to have to pull through the water. But I did see a seam there. There it is. You can see it just for a small second right there. And that's probably separated up, and it's actually stair-stepping up, and that's why this water is holding in this spot. What this is called is a belly inside of the line. Issues with bellies are that a lot of solids and toilet paper debris, any sort of debris going into your line will actually stop in that kind of body of water and sit there and become like this mushy substance that eventually has to be cleared out. Right here, what we're seeing is just rust debris. It looks like we switched from cast iron, or from that tile into the cast iron. It looks like we might be dragging something out with us. Probably just a little bit of roots or something that we didn't actually wash out the line. So it looks like that was actually a section of cast iron. We're back into tile. You can see that this spot's actually separated apart a little bit. It's pulling water in that area. It doesn't look like it's going to be a huge deal. So we are still in 4-inch tile. There's another seam there. All this debris right here is mostly rust debris from the cast iron. We tried to start doing this video inspection. The line itself was actually backed up. So when we put the cable in through the clean out and actually started to cable this line, we definitely broke off some of the rust debris from the cast iron and washed down the line. So it'll be pretty normal to see that kind of sitting about. So it looks like we got a separation right here, and we do go into that's tile. That is tile. You know, it's not a bad separation, but you can definitely see roots have been coming in on the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the pipe. Looks like we got another seam there with just a little bit of roots hanging on. More roots in that section as well, and we're still in this 4-inch tile pipe. Right here, looks like we're about 50, 60 feet from the city sewer from the street, and it's just some more root intrusion. It's very normal to see roots just intruding in each seam in the tile pipe. Realistically, what we suggest for roots is to either try the Root-X application or just get it cabled out once a year to make sure that they don't grow back. We switched from 4-inch tile to 4-inch cast iron, which is what we're in right now. You can see it's just kind of sludged up around the pipe and whatnot. That's all just from cabling. We kind of splash stuff around there. Mostly what you're worried about with cast iron is it rusting out. You can see it's rusted and pitted. As far as the age of the cast iron goes, it's pretty normal to see it rusted like that. But what you're mostly worried about is cracks or holes. You can definitely see them when they're there. So far I haven't seen any yet. All this rust debris right here was from us cabling through the line. Like more rust debris. So far I don't see any cracks or holes or anything like that. Most of this stuff is just, I mean, it was so rusted out, it looks like it dried out for a while and no one was in the house for a little bit. And like I said before, once we put our cable through, we really broke some of that stuff up. And that'll all wash out of the line pretty easily, just with normal use. Looks like right here here, we're coming out of our clean out. Once again, that was Sam and David with Bulldog Rooter, and that was your video inspection. Thank you.